Isang magandang biyernes sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang October 8, 2021 edition ng The Stock Market Today. At 78 days na lang, Pasko na. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Benji Chadoro. Ako po ay isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. And I do this report daily, which I started August of last year. I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa Meralco, kasama po ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, ika-8 ng Oktubre 2021 dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, so let's start with our financial headlines. And this is from courtesy again of BDO Securities. DOH COVID-19 cases going down but some hospitals still somewhat full. Hindi ko alam ang ibig sabihin ng somewhat full. It's either they are full or not, di ba? So, hindi ko alam kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng DOH dito. And then Fitch, AMRO lower Philippine growth forecast this year, which is, well, probably expected. And then this is our main news, MER 6 more time to implement RPS annual increases. Okay, renewable portfolio standard yung RPS po. Then Glow to allow number of porting services by October 12. And then BSP achieves target of 20% of digital payments in 2020. Kaya lang, ngayon lang nila nalabas ito, no? Anong October na, no? And bakit kaya? Dapat first quarter pa lang, labas na ito di ba? Anyway, just want to apologize for the sound, no? Dahil nasa remote area po ako. I hope it's not too noisy yung aking dating, po. So let's now go to our main news tungkol sa MER. From the Manila Standard, Meralco seeks more time to implement RPS rates. The Manila Electric Company, the biggest electric retailer, is seeking for more time to implement the adjusted 2.52% annual incremental renewable energy percentage under the Renewable Portfolio Standards on Grid Rules. The Department of Energy earlier issued a draft circular adopting a 2.52% annual incremental renewable energy percentage under the RPS on Grid Rules starting 2023. The RPS is a policy mechanism that requires electric power industry participants such as generators, distribution utilities like Meralco, and suppliers to ensure or to secure or produce a specific fraction of their electricity from eligible RE resources. Any changes in the RPS percentage imposed on the mandated participants will require careful planning on their sourcing strategy and program. We therefore hope that the mandated participants will be given enough time to comply with the proposed adjustment, said Lawrence Fernandez, Meralco Vice President and Head of Utility Economics, in a letter to Mylene Kapongkol, Director of the DOE Renewable Energy Management Bureau. Meralco said its comments to the draft circular that the DOE will consider the time frame, specifically as it is now in the third quarter and competitive selection process would take up to 6 months to conclude. Okay, so let's look at the comment of BDO Securities. The RPS or the Renewable Portfolio Standards will prompt participants to source more renewable energy from GenCos. We expect this to benefit AP and FGEN, which have both renewable power plants. We have a buy rating on MER with a target price of 370. So, based on yesterday's prices, at the price of 370, 293 siya kahapon. So, it has a 26 0.3% upside on a 370 target price. And by the way, before we go to the PSE index, may I just acknowledge the comments in our YouTube channel. Si Mr. Music Money, ito yung nagtanong tungkol sa ATV, no? Thank you sir, sabi niya. Maraming salamat din. New subscriber, okay, si MJ, si Makiuso commented, hindi ba delikado yung 1 billion unlocked shares ni Converge sa October 12 at sa October 20? Okay, so tingnan natin si Converge mamaya. But anong ibig sabihin ng unlocked shares? Meron bang binenta or something? Let's take a look. Then Mike Miguel commented, thanks sir, I have MPI at 370, medyo laggard lang talaga si MPI. I plan to hold it for a year or two. Then the other one that I have is MBT, which is bigger in my portfolio. Okay na po sa dalawang yan. Okay. So maraming salamat Mike. Talagang mabagal lang talaga si MPI. Kung titingnan po natin, tama ka Mike, laggard siya. But the potential of the company is that big, no? And among the index stocks, it has the highest upside. Pero mag-aantay lang po tayo. Talagang matagal sumipa si MPI. Pero it will not stay there. Okay, so let's now go to the happenings of PSE and the PSE index. Okay, that's better, and the surroundings are quieter this time. Sorry about that. The PSEI lost 44.44 points. I think it's because of profit taking, or 0.64% down. But there was net foreign buying at 1.47 billion. Now, in the market summary, tingnan po natin, 105 companies advanced, 83 declined, while 46 remained unchanged. The all-share index declined by 0.37%, while the holding companies, industrials, properties, and services were all in the red. The financials was in the green at 1.06, and mining is up at 1.3. And there was net foreign buying, at yung net foreign buying po ay nasa financials, holding companies, and properties. But all in all, the PSEI and the all-share index are down. Now, we will be reviewing the following. Tignan po natin si MBT, si Converge, si MER, si Glow, WLCON, FGEN, and BDO. So let's now go to MBT. Ngayon, si MBT ay, wow, nag-surge siya, no? And tignan nyo naman yung pag-surge ni MBT. And there was a breakout yesterday and another breakout today, no? And this is the highest since August 10. And so, more than a month na po ito, or about 2 months already. And I would say that the breakout for 2 days, there is a breakout for 2 days for Metropolitan Bank. Ngayon po, ang ating mga indicators are under the candlestick, which would indicate a bullish momentum on the stock. RSI is bullish also at 62. So si Mike Miguel, you should be happy with Metrobank, ano? Ang nagiging problema lang natin is on NBT, which is lagging behind. Okay? So we may see an upside on MBT. At tingnan natin yung projection ni BDO Securities on Metropolitan Bank. Metrobank is projected at 58 in fundamentals. No? Based on yesterday's prices, it has an upside of 27%. Pero ngayon po, ay kasi 45.55 ngayon nasa 46. So mga 27 or 26% yung upside ni Metrobank. Tapos si Converge. Okay, so nagkaroon siya ng decline today, the second straight day. At tinitingnan ko po yung news kung bakit wala po akong makita reason kung bakit siya nagde-decline now. And yun nga, we'll go back to the question of Makiuson. Sabi niya, hindi ba delikado yung 1 billion na unlocked shares ni Converge sa October 12 at sa October 20? Alam niyo po, hindi ko po maintindihan yung tanong na ito. And I hope you can be more precise or more specific with what you are asking, ano? Kasi, ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng unlocked shares? Meron bang na-lock na shares tapos na-unlock? Kasi wala po akong makita news na gano'n eh. Ang nakikita ko lang pong news ay mula dito sa kanilang press release, ano? Yung press release nila na nagsasabi na Converge ICT Solutions has been included in the global benchmark Financial Times Stock Index ASEAN Stars Index. Okay? So, yan, positive po yan sa Converge, no? And it opens the door to foreign investments on Converge. Tapos, there's another news here po. Ito po, no? Converge stocks to be traded over the counter in US financial markets via unsponsored ADRs. Converge ICT Solutions will soon be traded, September 20 po ito, no? Over the counter in the US financial markets in the form of unsponsored American depository receipts registered with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Based on an F6 registration statement filed with the US SEC, the total American depository shares, or ADS, registered amounts to 50 million ADS for a maximum offer price of $5 each, with a total aggregate offering price of 2.5 million. Converge ADS will be traded over the counter in the US financial markets under the symbol CVGYY. Okay, so ito ba yung sinasabi mong unlocked shares? Kasi ito po ay positive po for Converge, no? Yung news na ganito. And yung mga na-unlock na shares or quote-unquote unlock, I don't know what you mean by that. But there will be more shares traded. But of course, yan po ay sa ibang exchange, ano po? Hindi po sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Kasi under Philippine law, you will have to, in order to trade more shares, you'll have to have your authorized capital stock increased and approved by the board of directors, the stockholders, and the SEC. Yun po ang rule dito sa Philippines. Pero ito foreign po ito eh. So you will need the approval of the foreign regulator before you can have your stock traded there. So, is that what you mean by quote-unquote unlock shares? Kung yan na po ang tinutukoy ko, then well and good. But this is another thing. If it is another thing, please tell me. So, I can look for it, ano? Or if it is in the news at public information naman yan, ay makikita po natin yan sa news. But so far, that's what I see. Okay? So, yung unlock shares, pakilinaw lang po kung yung nasagot ko po yung tanong nyo. At kung hindi po yan nasagot, ay please be more specific with what you're asking. So, I can answer you better. Diba? Okay? So, please tell me if I have answered your question. And if not, please clarify what you mean by that. Okay, so kung titingnan po natin ang Converge, ay nag-decline po siya and solid red candlestick. So, nagda-dive na kaya o nagpa-profit taking lang ito? Kasi parang tingin ko is it's just a temporary thing, ano? And yung nakikita ko ay na-break niya yung support. Yung EMA 20 po yung support natin dito eh. And it is holding support here at EMA 20, no? And the next support level is yung 100-day na. Dito po, sa area to. Yan. So, yun po yung nakikita ko sa Converge. Mukhang nagbabago na yung trend niya. But, of course, baka market sentiment lang po ito dahil baka nape-perceive ng market masyado ng mataas yung stock. Kasi po, fundamentally, kung titingnan nyo po yung fundamentals ni Converge ay based on BDO Securities, ang target price lang po niya is 31. E nasa 33.60 and umabot pa po yan the other day ng 45.40, no? So more than the fundamental amount. Of course, technicals are different from fundamentals, but I try to look at it both ways. Kasi po, fundamentals precedes the technicals eh. And the reason kung bakit tumataas ang stock, there is a reason for it. Yun po ang aking view pagdating po sa stock market. Okay, so yan po ang Converge and MER. Tingnan po naman po natin si MER. Yan po. Okay, MER is just moving. Ito po yung support niya. Actually, yung MA50 po yung support, yung 288. Ano? Yan po pinaka-support niya. The resistance ay nandito lang po. But it has been moving upwards. Tingnan nyo po yung 100-day exponential. Pataas pa rin siya. Starting at this point when it crossed the candlestick, ano? Tung August 11. Kasi nung August 12 ay above the candlestick pa siya. Tapos yung 100-day EMA, yan, nag-cross na siya. At nakita nyo po yung bullish setup po. Nakita po yung yellow, yung short-term 20-day EMA is nearest the candlestick followed by the medium-term blue line or the 50-day EMA followed by the 100-day EMA, which is a bullish setup. However, on the short RSI is down, 44, and this is an engulfing candlestick. So, maaari na kayang nagbago yung trend? I don't think so. I think that it has to breach further the 100-day and it has to be moving downwards and under the candlestick na po yung ating mga indicators to say that nagbabago na po or nagbago na yung trend. In the meantime, yan po ang nakikita ko. 298 po yung resistance at 287 po yung support for MER. Okay, so after MER ay si GLOW. Ngayon, si GLOW naman ay nag-profit taking. Actually, similar to Converge eh. Let's put it side by side. Okay. So, tingnan po natin side by side itong Converge at saka GLOW. Baka merong similar pattern lang. So, ito si GLOW. Tapos, ito ang tingnan natin kay Converge. Ayan, halos pareho silang nag-down eh. So, I think it is just market sentiment that's pulling it down, So, lagyan natin ng indicator to. Yan. Okay? So, parehong bumaba si GLOW at saka si Converge. Ngayon, if we will compare that with TEL, for example. TEL bumaba din, but not as much as today. Ngayon, si Converge, if we will compare that against the financials or the financial index, yung financial index, services pala. Yan, services is telephone, retail, I think, telecoms. So, sumasabay lang siya, Sumasabay lang siya with both the telecom stocks. And I think comparing that with TEL and GLOW and the services index, market sentiment lang is driving it down. I think. Profit taking, I think. Yan po. Ang assessment ko kay Converge, Pero ang news po kay Converge is positive eh. Kaya po, so balik tayo kay GLOW. Okay, si GLOW naman ay under the candlesticks pa rin, And yung ating last resistance before it went up was here at 31.77 and which reached a high of 33. But again, yung ating support is holding at EMA20, yung 3,011 po yung ating support dito. And it is still bullish at 55. Yun po masasabi ko kay GLOW. And then, after GLOW, si WLCON. Okay, si WLCON ay, tumaas siya at, there was a red candlestick here, pero it was pulled down by profit taking. And then there's a green candlestick here. with volume. Now, yung 34.95 is higher than the closing price of the previous day, kaya green po ito. Okay? And green candlestick din to because the opening price is lower or the closing price is higher than the opening price. So, bullish po si WLCON and it has been moving up. Ito po yung bullish setup with RSI at 76 which is overbought. So, tingnan natin si DMI. What happened to DMI? It's at 32. So, there is a definite trend on WLCON and that is why the overbought stock will not really matter. It will continue to move up. And then after WLCON, okay, sorry. Lagay pala natin yung ating support. Support is here. Yan po, sa 30. 30 po yung support. And yung high niya is 34.95 but the highest was 40 which it peaked yesterday. So support lang po malalagay po natin for WLCON but kasi it has been down and this is the highest for a while. Nung nag-list siya noong 2018, ito na po yung highest ni WLCON. Si FGEN naman ay may pumapasok na investor eh. So ito naman ay tingnan natin. Okay, so nag-bounce si FGEN, So si KKR ang pumapasok dito. And there is volume here and I think magre-recover yan si FGEN, because the news is positive naman eh. And I think nag-overreact lang dito yung market if there is such a thing as overreaction, So FGEN is still bearish pero there is volume here which is promising. So in the coming days we expect some upward movement on the stock. Tapos finally, we have BDO. Ang stock na mahabang dormancy pero nabuhay siya ngayon. So, ngayon ay nagkaroon siya ng breakout. And this is the highest since after a long while. So, hanapin natin yung highest niya. Before the pandemic pa, March 2020. This is the highest since March 9, 2020. And sana tuloy-tuloy na po itong si BDO kasi ang banks naman, resilient naman yung mga banks eh. In fact, kahit merong, yung kanilang loans ay, although merong bad loans, they are secured and kung hindi makabayad yung kliyente, ang gagawin lang nila, i-foreclose nila yung naka-mortgage na property. Ganun lang yun. And yung property na yun magiging ROPA, Real estate properties owned or acquired, ROPA ang tawag nila sa bangko. And they will sell that para ma-convert into cash. Yan yung kasi pagka umutang kayo sa bangko, hindi na po pwede yung clean, yung walang collateral. Laging may collateral po yan. Your collateral is either chattel or real estate. Usually it's real estate. Buildings, fixed assets, yan. Bihira po yung chattel. Tulad ng kotse. Pwede rin ng kotse. Kotse, tractors, the farm, di ba? Yung truck, yan po, ang example ng chattel mortgage. Real estate mortgage mo, bahay, lupa, building, yan po, condominium, etc. Okay po. So, nag-breakout po si BDO and na-reach na po niya pinaka-resistance niya. Actually, the nearest resistance level na po ito. Yan po. So, 122. Next resistance ay nakikita po dito sa area nito. Yan, sa 134. Yung next resistance level ni BDO. Net foreign buying po si BDO. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market October 8, 2021. And before I close, I'd like to say happy birthday to my mother, who is now 1930 siya. So, 92 years old. Sorry, 91 years old. 91 years old na si Mami. Happy birthday po, Mami. And sana po ipagpalain po kayo ng Diyos at maraming pantaon na magkakasama tayo. Okay po. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. Ito po si Benji Chidoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Hanggang sa muli, happy weekend, God bless and bye for now.